Now the gun we're going to demonstrate now is the wall gun or the rampart piece. It is a 96 caliber smoothbore musket. It's basically a large version of the gun the soldiers are carrying. You could load it with a single shot. It's almost 1 inch in diameter, or you could load it with a lot of smaller shot like a large shotgun. For those of you old enough to remember punt guns, it's very similar to a punt gun that was used to shoot ducks. You could shoot like a whole flock of ducks with one shot. This is a very similar shot, except this was used to shoot at the opposing forces' carriages their artillery was on. The idea is if you knock their carriage, the wheels off their carriage, they can't shoot it. So that's what you were aiming at. However, it can be used against people. During the American Revolution, they used it to disassemble a barn that a bunch of Hessians were hiding in. So it can do that as well. You ready? Firing wall gun! As you can see, it's got a bit of a report to it as well. We know there was at least one of those here at the fort, thanks to the archaeology. They found the butt plate and part of a lock from one of them. They never actually talk about them in any of the writings, but the archaeology tells us there's one, so that worked out good for us because now we get to demonstrate one for you. So, there was probably more than one here because they would have had them on everywhere they had artillery for those purposes, but we don't know for certain. Ready? Firing wall gun! Yeah, it's a pretty neat report, and it does suck the wind right out of you if you're on the other side when it just blows at you. So that gun is shooting about 500 grains of powder. So to give you an equivalency, when we're shooting the muskets, we're shooting about a fifth that amount of powder. So that thing's shooting 5 times the amount of powder as a single shot from a musket. And obviously it can be loaded. It's meant to be held up on that swivel where it was just mounted to the wall so one person could load and fire it. However, it's also built so that you can use it the same way we're using it with the 2-man formation, which is the way George Washington used theirs at the Battle of Fort Necessity, is they used a 2-man system to fire that gun. They had a rifled version. They claimed they could hit a man-sized target at 600 yards with. And that's a 1-inch ball. So getting hit with a 1-inch ball at 600 yards is not going to be the way to spend your day.